Don't say a word, just turn around and let me see. Girl, you got something special for me. It's way too many suckers in the VIP. Barely got my car out front.
Hey guys, you're kicking it with Ish, and I just checked out the 5th installment of the Fast and the Furious. Woo! Where do I start?
It's a stealth mission. We'll be in and out before they even know we were there.
We're talking about breaking into a police station.
This is crazy. This is $100 million.
You say what?
Now look, there's some definite highs and some definite serious lows in this one. Opening scene, brilliant. I thought the opening scene did everything that the Fast and the Furious is supposed to be about. Keeps you glued to your seat, keeps your eyes glued to the screen. Pretty good, you know, it's got hotted up cars, it's got some definite eye candy in there. It's what I feel, you know, Fast and the Furious is. And then they lost me. It seriously took a serious dip after that. The cast, they've got the Vin Diesel, The Rock, Paul Walker, and then they bring back some of the older guys as well. So I think that's a definite positive. It's when they bring back these guys from the other series that I think the story really starts to kick in.
Is all of this really necessary to apprehend two men?
One's a former federal officer, spent 5 years in deep cover. The other one's a professional criminal, escaped prison twice. We find him, we take him as a team, and we bring him back. And above all else, we don't ever let them get in the cars.
So there's some serious comedy scenes in this, and they really sort of kick it off for me. There's the Ludacris and Tyrese scenes, and those two are like this little love bickering couple, and they've got some serious funny lines. And then there's Don Omar and Tego Calderon, and they're hilarious. They're cute, they're funny, they're hilarious, and they sort of lighten up the whole script. Aside from that, the dialogue leaves some serious questioning. I'm convinced it was written by a 5-year-old, but hey, I guess that's not what this film is about. It's not about the depth of the dialogue. So if you're out for something like that, don't expect that. You're not going to get that in Fast and the Furious 5. There's a stack of action scenes, there's no doubt about that, but for me, there wasn't enough car action scenes. You know, I expected Fast and the Furious hotted up cars. Yes, you do see some hotted up cars, but there wasn't enough action related to the cars. In terms of the storyline, I felt that this one sort of derailed a little bit from being, you know, about cars. It sort of took on a different storyline. This one was about, you know, a drug lord. It's set in Rio de Janeiro, sorry, not De Janeiro, which in itself is quite beautiful. You get, you know, all the beautiful scenic scenes, and you are bound to see that infamous Jesus statue at least a gazillion times. Not only are you going to see it a gazillion times, you'll see it from a gazillion different angles, so, you know, watch out for that one. You know, so in terms of the set, yeah, it's beautiful. It's Hollywood. It's everything that you expect to see. You know, there's some definite serious eye candy in there, so, you know, girls, there's something in there for you. But it felt like it lacked a storyline. So there was a zero storyline, some pretty good, funny comedy scenes, but, you know, it leaves a lot to the imagination. Action scenes, yes, there is quite a few, but it didn't feel like they gelled together. There was, like, action scenes that were, you know, full of action, but nothing really much to do with cars. So that left me kind of thinking, like, you know what, it almost wasn't the Fast and the Furious. It could have been any other movie, really. Whereas in, you know, if you compare it to the other ones, and I guess that's the risk you run when you do a franchise and you're up to the 5th installment, you know, you can sort of derail a little bit from the essence of it, which is what I felt that they did with this one. Overall, you know, I thought it was true to Hollywood. It was glitz, it was glam, you know, there was plenty of hot people, great scenes, beautiful cars. Yeah, it was all that it's sort of meant to be in that respect. But in terms of depth, you know, it didn't really have any for me. I would think it's more of a DVD thing. I'd say, you know, definitely hang out for the DVD. I don't know so much about going out to the cinemas to see it, but, you know, if it's your kind of thing, it's very light, there's not much to think about, then, you know, check it out. Overall, I would give it a 4 out of 10.
Hey, check it out, 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 check it out. Yeah, I'm feeling it now. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Step up in the party like my name was Mr. T.